fuel intake's a mess.
It's a work in progress.
Don't you have your own ship? Get out of my chair.
You got it.
I invited Lando on board. He has an offer for us.
The rebels don't want anyone snooping around the coordinates of that moon, especially the Empire. We can pay.
That'd be a first. Shields up, ND5.
It does feel like that time again to receive a lot of hate in the comments, but I do not care. I am one of the very few people that really enjoyed Star Wars Outlaws, which shocks me because it was nowhere near as bad a game as people were making out on release. It did have issues, which I did acknowledge. I did acknowledge that the game had issues with stealth, like the insta fail for stealth used to bug me, absolutely. There was some graphical stuff and some animation stuff that needed to be sorted. Thankfully, for the most part, going back to the game more recently to play through the first DLC where you get to play in a Sabacc tournament, Casino Royale style with Lando Calrissian, I just played through that and I had a great time doing it. It was really cool, it's a lot of fun, I do enjoy the characters and all that kind of stuff, and the gameplay, they have refined quite a lot of it. The stealth is so much better, the combat is so much better, the AI is so much better. But for the most part, this Star Wars Outlaws, do I still like it? Do I still enjoy it? Absolutely. Now, it is a shame that I don't, because of the state that Ubisoft have gotten themselves into, after the next DLC is released in the spring of 2025, I don't think there's going to be any more updates to the game, which is a shame, because with the base game and the updates, there's an absolute template here for there to be an amazing Star Wars game within. Now, I think that it can definitely be expanded upon, and you can have like more heists randomized and do stuff with all the different characters. Now, of course, the in-game quests lines in terms of the mission contracts and stuff, they are never ending and randomized, and they just keep coming at you, so you can keep doing jobs all the live long day. And the gaming loop within Star Wars Outlaws is really awesome. Not only can you upgrade Kay Vess's blaster and other bits and equip her with different costume parts, which will give buffs depending on what you equip, and the same with Nyx as well, her little companion, which will help you out in the field, and you can give him different food items to help him, well, be however you want. You want to be more aggressive in combat, you can do that. But there's an amazing gaming loop where you can select what quest it is you're going to do, or even if you don't want one, you can just run to your ship no matter what planet you're on, run through the back, through the cargo bay, run into the cockpit, launch the ship. No, you don't control the ship launching from ground to space, but that doesn't bother me. You just launch your ship and you watch it take off from wherever you are, Tatooine, Akiva, wherever, Kijimi, whatever it is you are, and then you fly it into space, and then you can fly around into space. You can attack the Empire, you can attack other syndicates, you can steal items and steal things, you can explore and find other secrets and do that. You can then go into hyperspace and go to another planet and do the same thing. Land there, do missions, play arcade games. You can overhear like conversations and find out there's some treasure hidden out there in the land somewhere, and you can do that way. You can pickpocket with Nyx, which is a pretty cool thing as well. It's a really cool game. I just walk from one side of maps to the other, and I cannot move for things to do in the game. You'll just have people call out your name, you go to them, and you'll have some random guy say, hey, like if you're on Kijimi, like, hey, I've got a load of ice, I need you to take it to a cantina in Tatooine. So it's like, okay, cool. I had to go take some ice to a canteen in Tatooine, get some credits for doing it, get some reputation for doing it. Oh, there you go. Bob's your uncle. It's a really good game, and it's a really fun game. Is it worth grabbing for 60 quid? Well, no game is, in my opinion. I think games should go back to being £35 to £40 maximum for deluxe editions. In my opinion, that's what games should go back to, because we are currently in an era where it takes absolutely forever to get the game developed. More money and time is being spent on games being developed these days, and they're coming out for the most part worse, unoptimized, buggy, clearly missing content, things had to be cut. God knows what happened somewhere along the lines within the last 10 years, but something bad has happened, and it's just the way it is, and it does need to change, or I can foresee personally another gaming collapse, just like there was in the 80s. I can see another destruction of the gaming industry. Not that it will go away forever, of course, not at all, but in terms of big studios trying to do things, they'll fail miserably and just pull out of the thingy altogether. But well, we can only hope that EA and Ubisoft, you know, either crash and burn or sort themselves out, but I think we all know which one's going to come first. If you see Star Wars Outlaws on offer somewhere cheaper, get it for around about 20 quid, 25 quid. I think that's the sweet spot. As long as you get it with all of its DLC, I'm fairly certain you will have a great time. It's a cool game. It's been improved massively since it was first released, and hopefully this new DLC coming out, Pirate's Fortune is called, hopefully that brings a lot more gameplay to the gameplay loop, as in like you can just keep doing it over and over again, because the stuff with Lando was a lot of fun, but once it wasn't very long, but it was really good. But once that's done, then it's done. You can keep playing Sabacc all you want. Sabacc is a really cool card game to play, and I had a lot of fun playing it. But Star Wars Outlaws is definitely not a bad game. It's not a terrible game. It's a very good game. Of course, you don't have to like it just because I'm telling you that. You might try it and might not like it, and that's absolutely fine. But please do try it. That's all I ask. That's all I say as a favour to me. Just try the game. But please let me know what you think down below, and as always, thank you very much for watching.
You can win it.
I think I will eliminate you first.
Good luck with that.
Let the game commence!